move in, we try to make sure we give them that kind of preference that they require. But it might not come as they say, come and do it today. But for me, what we do is that we come in, we meet you at a particular point, we make a provision, take the project to the board, get it approved, and come back and make sure it's done. I can give you names of those such ones we have done as we speak. I remember there's one we did in far away somewhere in Ajegule by the two honorables in the House of Reps. They came, they made the donation, they didn't consult us, and at a particular point, the people felt that they have a transformer. They decided to go off our grid to say that we must come to install the transformer. The guys came, and immediately I got approval from the managing director and the board, and I went ahead the next day to have it installed.
I'm sure that people watching will say that this is commendable coming from a Kodisco.
Thank you.
But you seem to exude a lot of independence in what you do. You do remember that the Senate's been discussing about the power sector being broken down. I mean, that ministry to have power to stand alone on its own. What do you think will be the impact of that on power generation in this country?
You see, before I got onto this seat, I had a young man who was talking about commission, talking about structure. Sometimes it is not the best to bring it into the practicals that we have, because when there are things you will say that government had they have the total preserve of how to administer. When it comes to structure, what you're talking about now falls under the structure of the ministry. And for me, it does not really matter whether it is power, whether it is works. What matters is that whoever that is in that place gives the right attention to that ministry and then gets government to do what they're supposed to do. If you ask me where we are today in power, where we have power, works, and housing together, we've never gotten there before. Look at I mean, if it's not an issue of whether you have a half ministry or whether you have 2 or 3. What matters is that whoever that is providing leadership in that ministry, is he actually getting what he's supposed to get, and is he actually doing what he's doing? For me, if you ask me today, for us in power, the minister is doing so much to make sure that what we are supposed to have, that it comes to us. That's why today we are talking about 6,000 to 7,000 megawatts generation, which has never happened in the history of this country. It's coming first. It has never happened. So if you juxtapose this to the question you are asking, you will then know that it's not an issue of whether it is one ministry or whether it is two. It is purely an issue of who is where.
All right, we'll come back to this in just a moment. Join us again. And let me talk about this. They say some that they think you're selective, and Oyadiran Sabo Yaba has not been metered despite complaints. Do you also cover Yaba?
Yeah, we cover parts of Yaba. The Yaba before the Yaba College of Tech on the left side is under us. On the right side is under EKO, under Ikeja IE. For us, we have done rollouts within Yaba, and as long as I'm talking to you right now, I can even give you specific directions to where we have actually done the whole of Habat Macaulay. The whole of Macaulay on the other side of it. Even the Yaba municipal on its own, we have been able to cover the whole of that area under the rollout program.
Okay, now speak to this matter. How do your members of staff cope with attacks that we see, or are you doing so well that you don't have any attacks whatsoever?
That is the biggest challenge we have as we speak right now. As we speak, as at last week, our consultants with some of our staff went to Ojo to go and disconnect. They were right there disconnecting, and the mob, came in and said that they were not going to disconnect them, that as long as they're concerned, they're having good light now, and why would somebody come to disrupt, their supply? And I was saying, you have good light, you have to pay. To the extent that they now, there was turned to a very serious fight. We had to even get the security to come, as an intervention. As I speak to you, another very serious issue is the issue of stealing of our energy. As at last week, we stumbled into an estate of about 5 blocks. In the whole of that 5 blocks, you find out that the man deliberately decided to bury cable. Show, if you come in, you will not see any connection to the house. And then he buried cable to far away to another place to go and connect to our facility. And he's using power supply free of charge, not connected, no meter, nothing. And then when we got into the place and we said, "Come, how did you get here?" What the guy did was to, run away. And I am talking to you, not only having 5 blocks, we have 5 blocks of about 60 units of houses inside it. We also saw a mini water factory in the same place. And in this kind of case, what we will do? What are we supposed to do? We have already involved the security apparatus. We've gotten in touch with the police, and definitely we are going to prosecute them.
Have you rolled out in those areas?
Well, yes. That's where we are. That's how we got this even through a whistleblowing policy in EKO disco to tell you how we are actually complying as we speak right now. We have a
policy supposed to reward the whistleblower.
Yeah, but we are investigating this.
Are you going to reward that whistleblower?
Definitely. But what I'm trying to let you understand that this whistleblowing has been able to make us to get into the place. We have seen the stealing, and for us, the only thing to do is that the moment you steal our energy, we will definitely report you to the police. We'll definitely insist that you get charged, and we are sure that as long as you are charged, you'll get convicted and you'll go to prison. So what we say in EKO is attack EKO staff, steal EKO energy, and go to prison.
That's what we'll anchor. Mr. Sam Wire is the Chief Operating Officer of EKO Disco, and that's the show today as well. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Osol.
I'm Neota Igwe. Thank you for watching.
And I'm Gimba Omar.